There's a moment, sometimes so subtle you almost miss it, when you realize the spark you once felt in your body has softened to an ember. You wake in the morning and find your energy rising a little more slowly than it used to. The mirror reflects a woman who is still strong and capable, but perhaps carrying a quiet fatigue in her eyes. Even the warmth you once felt toward intimacy, connection, and playful affection might not come as naturally as it once did. It's not that you've lost your desire to live fully. It's that your body's rhythms have shifted in ways you weren't quite prepared for. No one tells you that after 60, your physical, emotional, and even spiritual sense of vitality can start to feel like it's drifting away. Not in a dramatic sweep, but in tiny changes that add up over time. But here's the truth I want you to hold on to. This season of life can still be rich with vibrance, warmth, and energy. Your body is not past its prime. It's simply speaking a different language now. And if you learn how to listen to that language, you can nurture that spark again, naturally and on your own terms. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I've spent over 15 years helping women navigate these changes with clarity, compassion, and practical solutions that truly work. On this channel, we talk openly about women's health after 60, from energy and mood to intimacy and feminine vitality, always with the goal of making you feel informed, empowered, and deeply understood. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe so you can be part of this growing community of strong, wise women supporting each other. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? It's such a joy to see women from around the world coming together in this shared journey. The first step in restoring feminine vitality is nourishing your hormones through food. After 60, estrogen levels remain low, a completely natural part of aging, but those lower levels can create ripple effects you feel every day. Dryness, fatigue, mood changes, even reduced blood flow to areas that once responded instantly. I remember working with Marjorie, a vibrant 69-year-old who told me she felt like her body had quietly closed the door on certain joys in life. As we talked, I learned she'd been avoiding healthy fats for decades because of the old low-fat diet advice. What she didn't know was that these fats, from avocados, walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish like salmon, are essential for producing hormone building blocks and keeping tissue supple and responsive. Think of them as the raw materials your body still needs to keep its internal music playing. When Marjorie added them back into her diet, something shifted. Within a month, she noticed more natural lubrication, fewer mood swings, and a lightness in her step. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about giving your body the resources it's quietly asking for. The second key is improving circulation. Vitality is impossible without healthy blood flow, yet over time our blood vessels lose flexibility, a bit like garden hoses left too long in the sun, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach the tissues that depend on them. For women, this can mean less sensitivity, slower arousal, and discomfort during intimacy. A simple, powerful step is adding nitrate-rich vegetables like beets, arugula, and spinach to your meals. Nitrates turn into nitric oxide in your body, a natural chemical that helps relax and widen blood vessels, improving flow everywhere. One of my patients, Denise, 67, started her mornings with a small beet and berry smoothie. Just weeks later, she told me her morning walks felt lighter, her stamina improved, and to her surprise, warmth and sensation began returning in ways she thought were gone for good. Circulation isn't just a heart health topic. It's the quiet lifeline of your feminine vitality. Third, let's talk about mindful movement. I'm not asking you to spend hours in the gym or push through high-intensity workouts. What I mean is gentle, intentional exercises that awaken the connection between your mind and the parts of your body often overlooked: your hips, pelvic floor, and lower back. Yoga, Pilates, or even slow dance-based movements can strengthen and reawaken these areas. The pelvic floor is about so much more than preventing leaks. It's part of your posture, your core strength, and your sexual responsiveness. Think of it as the hammock that supports your core energy. Lillian, 72, began doing 10 minutes of hip circles, pelvic tilts, and gentle stretches each morning. She said it made her feel awake from the inside out, and I noticed her smile more, move more freely, and sleep better. These movements send a powerful message to your body. This part of you still matters, it still deserves care, and it still has life to give. Fourth is learning to calm the quiet thief of vitality, chronic stress. After 60, many women carry stress differently. It's not always the sharp, obvious kind. Often it's a low hum in the background, a steady undercurrent of worry about health, loved ones, or the future. But even at this level, stress keeps cortisol high, which disrupts your hormones, lowers libido, and drains your energy. One of the most powerful tools I teach is a simple form of breathwork called coherent breathing. You breathe in for a count of 5, then out for a count of 5 for just 5 minutes a day. It signals your nervous system that you're safe, allowing your body to shift back into balance. Rosa, a 66-year-old widow, began practicing this each night before bed. She told me her sleep deepened, her anxiety eased, and to her own surprise, she started feeling more open to connection and touch. Sometimes vitality isn't about adding more. It's about removing the tension that's been holding you back. Finally, we have to acknowledge the role of emotional connection in feminine vitality. Vitality isn't just physical, it's emotional and relational. Many women, even in long-term relationships, experience a quiet loneliness in this stage of life. Physical touch, shared laughter, creative expression, and deep conversation all stimulate the same brain pathways that intimacy does. Sometimes it's about finding new ways to connect, not just with others but with yourself. Elaine, a 70-year-old patient, joined a local art class after losing her husband. She told me it was the first time in years she felt lit up inside. That joy spilled over into her social life, her self-confidence, and her overall energy. Emotional intimacy, whether it's found in a partner, a friendship, a hobby, or self-reflection, is the soul's version of circulation. I want you to remember this. Nothing about this stage of life means the end of your vitality. It simply calls for a new approach, one that respects where you are, meets your body's changing needs, and invites joy back in. Feminine vitality after 60 is not about chasing what was, but embracing what can still be. It's about nourishing your hormones with the right foods, keeping your circulation alive, engaging your body through mindful movement, calming the stress that quietly drains you, and feeding the emotional connections that make your spirit glow. You are not too old. You are not broken. And you are absolutely not alone. Your body is still capable of joy, connection, and deep, sustaining energy. It just needs the right kind of care. If this message spoke to you, I'd love for you to subscribe so you can be part of this warm, informed community of women. And if you know someone who needs a gentle reminder of her own vitality, share this video with her today. Take care of yourself. You're worth it. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, and I'll see you in the next one.